Hello there.
Been a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry it's been like over a week or more since I last uploaded. I've had real life shit that had to be dealt with.
You disappoint me.
I'll go into that more at the end of the video for those who want to know, because there is something I have to say on the matter regarding the channel's future. But for now though, let's cover what's been going on with all things Liverpool lately. I can see that we've had two significant developments over the last week or so, and that is the alleged bid that we made for Saul Niguez. I'm shit at pronouncing names, I swear to God. And the progress made by Van Dijk and Joe Gomez in their respective roads to recovery. Now, the apparent bid by Liverpool for Saul was alleged by the Spanish media outlet Mundo Deportivo, who claimed Liverpool had made a €40 million or £34 million bid for the midfielder. But this was apparently rejected, with Atletico telling Liverpool that they have to up the offer to at least €50 million or £42.5 million.
You little...
Now, this is the most significant transfer claim made over the last few weeks, as it's not just speculation, it's a claim of an actual cash money bid for a player. And most curiously of all, it was made by a Spanish media outlet, not an English one. Now, if that's to be believed, that would make this player high up on Liverpool's priority list. So who is Saul? Well, he's a midfielder for Atletico Madrid and could possibly be seen as a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. According to Saul's highlight video and statistics on transfermarket.com, both of which I'll leave links to below, you can definitely see why Liverpool's antenna was twitching. From the highlights video, you can see the lad has really quick feet, he's a good first touch and control, an eye for a long ball, and he's also a very smooth tackler off the ball. He can take the ball off a play easily without needing to slide in, and can stay on his feet while doing it. And he seems to love his back heels too, weirdly enough, for some fucking reason. But according to his statistics on transfermarket.com, he doesn't seem to contribute enough goals or assists, and his disciplinary record is consistently poor, with an annual yellow card total reaching into double figures for each of his last 3 seasons.
Feisty one you are!
Now, as I've said before on previous videos, this is something I'm personally looking for when we're looking at new midfielders. We need a goal-scoring midfielder. We have world-class defensive midfielders such as Fabinho and even Henderson who can play that in that role. We have grafters and box-to-box merchants in Henderson, Milner and even Keita. And we have flair players who can transition towards the attack in Thiago, Shaqiri and Ox. Not to mention youthful talents such as Curtis Jones coming through. We don't need another Thiago. We need a genuine world-class talent who can score goals like Man City have De Bruyne and like we used to have Coutinho.
Don't you ever mention that name in front of me, that filthy piece of toe rag.
This type of player is the one difference between us and Man City, and this is the one and only kind of player I think Liverpool should be going for. So unless he ticks that box, I genuinely don't care how good he is, and he is good. Don't get me wrong, this lad does look good, but we've already got that type of midfielder at the club. We've got every type there is, apart from one who contributes goals. So for me, I'm personally not interested in this player and hope we don't sign him. Not because he's bad, he's genuinely quite good from what I've seen, but he adds nothing to what we already have in my opinion. However, according to recent reports, this deal might not happen anyway, as apparently Barcelona have offered a swap deal with Atletico, as they're looking to offload Antoine Griezmann off the books, and Atletico are apparently very interested in taking him back.
Oh, friend!
Liverpool then allegedly made themselves look very desperate by offering a swap deal of their own, by offering either Shaqiri or Origi plus cash in return for Saul. But that for me, I think, is a little hard to believe, but you never know. On to the other significant news of the last week or so, and that's the club announcement that Van Dijk and Gomez have returned to full training.
And everywhere, people rejoiced.
They've mostly been training alone, but also joined in with a few group sessions, and the lads seem to be treating this as like having 2 new signings. It's definitely good to see them back, and between them, Matip and the new signing Konate, it must really feel like we have solid options at centre-back again, after relying on backup and youth players for so long. So much so that Reece Williams recently had an interview with the club's website, and he was quoted as saying, "I'm training with the world's best set of defenders." That for me is quite encouraging, and the lads obviously must be meaning business in training. I really do hope we can keep these defenders fit next season. People say we had bad luck with injuries last year, and while that's not untrue at all, I also think we were also blessed with having no significant injuries in the years prior to that. So maybe the law of averages just finally caught up with us, and next season onwards it will be a case of having the occasional key player getting injured here and there like most other clubs suffer, which I hope doesn't happen for the record. I mean, we all know what we are when everybody's fit, champions of England and champions of Europe, but like I said, maybe this is the law of averages catching up with us now, but touch wood, hopefully that's not the case.
You are a wally, you really are.
And on a quick side note before we wrap things up, if you're a season ticket holder, don't forget to check your emails, as the new season ticket is now a downloadable app for your phone that you'll need to scan at the ground to get in. This app is compatible with the iPhone 6 and above and most Android and smartphone devices. If you don't have a phone that's compatible with this app, you need to apply for a new Stadium Access card with a photo. And all of this, the app or the Stadium ID Access card, it needs to be completed by the 26th of July. So don't forget, check your emails, get it sorted, because otherwise you might miss the first couple of games. Also, Liverpool released their new away kit recently, and well, yeah, anyway, so let me know what you think of everything we've discussed. I imagine there will be plenty who disagree with me on Saul Niguez. hope that's how you pronounce that fucking name. After all, he is a good player, definitely not saying he ain't. Barcelona want him along with a host of other clubs, so I don't doubt that he will have his admirers amongst our fan base. Like I said though, it's just my opinion. Unless we're signing a midfielder who contributes goals and assists into double figures each season, I don't want him. Also, let me know what you think on having Van Dijk and the other defenders back, and who you think should be our starting centre-back pairing of choice next season. And finally, to end, I promised to explain why it's been over a week since I last did a video. When I started the channel, I was out of work. I had time off, so I wanted to use that time to establish a platform and a presence for myself on YouTube before having to return to the real world, and unfortunately, that time has just arrived. I will still aim to make at least one video a week, but preferably 2, possibly 3 if they're small.
Pull your tongue out of my arsehole, Gary.
But unfortunately, until I can do this full time, which is my eventual goal by the way, I will only be able to make the videos around work. However, if you do like the content and want me to upload every day or every other day like I was doing, please share my videos, keep liking them, keep commenting on them, and as you have been, which has been brilliant by the way. But tell your friends, tell your family about the channel, help get me out there, and hopefully eventually I'll one day be able to do this full time and upload as often as I can. I'd like to be able to give you guys content every single day. I won't leave it up for over a week again like I just did do. I'm sorry I had to do that, but like I said, I've just started a new job. That's taken most of my focus lately, but hopefully I'll be able to maintain a routine again now and upload at least 1 or 2 videos a week, maybe 3. But for now, thanks again guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new and you like the content. For those that already have, as always, it means the world to me, and I will do my best to keep you guys updated on all things Liverpool. Have yourselves a good day, and hopefully you'll hear from me again soon, before the end of the weekend, but definitely by the start of next week. Have a good one, lads and lasses. Ta-ra.